United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Thank you.
Alderman Wadawa.
Here.
Alderwoman Calderon. Here. Alderman Fire.
Here.
Alderman Damon.
Here.
Alderwoman Fliss.
Here.
And Alderman Brickner asked to be excused. Mayor Tutai.
Here.
And the meeting has been properly posted and noticed.
Telephonic meeting, none. Public hearing, none. Presentation for Thomas Brumeyer, commendation for service to the city of St. Francis. Front and center, please.
They're surrounding him.
Resolution of commendation for service to the city of St. Francis conferred on Thomas M. Brumeyer at a regular meeting of the Common Council of the city of St. Francis, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Wisconsin held on the 18th day of January 2022, the quorum being present and majority of the council voting, therefore said council does resolve as follows. Whereas Thomas M. Brumeyer was hired April 19th, 1996. And whereas Thomas M. Brumeyer was third shift acting shift commander and first shift acting shift commander. And whereas Thomas M. Brumeyer held several other essential positions with the St. Francis Police Department, including arson investigation, field training officer, and patrol fleet manager. Whereas Thomas M. Brumeyer was extremely active in traffic grants and safe driving DU plans, consistently leading the City of St. Francis Police Department with traffic citations issued per year. And whereas Thomas M. Brumeyer, after exemplary service, has retired on January 8th, 2022. Now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of St. Francis, Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, on behalf of itself and all the residents of the City of St. Francis, that is hereby highly commends Thomas M. Brumeyer for more than 25 years and 8 months of dedication service to the City of St. Francis. Be it further resolved that the best wishes for health, happiness, success are hereby tendered to Thomas M. Brumeyer and all of his future endeavors, passed and approved this 18th day of January 2022.
Thanks for being here and putting up with me for over 25 years. Quite the experience, 19 and a half years on third shift. I really appreciate the former police fire commissioner that hired me at the time, the common council. I won't miss the arguing, especially when I was president for contract time, percentages and whatever, the Act 10 bull crap that happened. Losing benefits, fighting for insurance. I mean, you can't forget the little people, the guys in the back that are still gonna be here, that are looking out for everybody's safety. The people that, pay their taxes, that decide to live here because it's a tight-knit city and people appreciate being looked after. This shift here, third shift, it just, they look out for the little people. And for them to bargain for 1% raises every 3 years or 2 years or whatever is bullshit. It doesn't make sense. The hypocrisy that the higher ups and people don't look out for the other people that work and make sure they're safe. When the older person calls and says, watch this stop sign because Joe Blow is making complaints. These people are sticking their neck out to keep up with the Joneses and other cities and other counties and whatever to get their fair shake and pay a 1% more on insurance. We can't find people to take my spot. There used to be hundreds for one position. I want somebody here to ride with someone third shift. I come back to volunteer third shift. Live my life. Go to church, go to baseball games, sleep when I sleep, eat what I eat, and listen to the negativity and stuff like that that all you see with the only 3 people on the road. This is nothing compared to bigger cities and stuff like that. It's falling apart, and it's happening now, and it's gonna get worse. I can guarantee it the next 5 years. That criminal element is moving, and they're more transit than ever. And you're naive if you have no idea, only knowing 2% what's really going on in here. This whole city, any other city, but I would take anybody for 30 days to ride along. They don't sleep in the fire department 24 hours and work, sitting over there for a call, waiting. These guys are out there on the road sticking their necks out. You have no idea what's out there, and it's not just the fault of the district attorneys or the city attorneys or the judges. Nobody wants to do this job. Who's working in the prison? These guys are working 16 hours a day, and they're making crap money, crap benefits when they go be an electrician Monday to Friday, no second shift, no third shift, not on call, pouring cement, right, Nick? You can do that, other stuff, and you don't have to worry about, who's gonna make me stay 12 hours, 16 hours and see the negativity? And I wish them luck, and there's gotta be something, and if everybody moves up to the state and asks for more, because you're not gonna find people dedicated that are gonna stick their neck out for 1.5% for a raise? Are you kidding me? And going towards retirement, my retirement is not that good. I still gotta pay insurance. I got a family that started late. I love life, and it's time for me to go. I'm old, arguing and fighting with people and in your face and whatever else. It's not fair. And it's just, people need to go wake up. And I could show you, I'd come back, like I said, and volunteer for 30 days, take anybody on third shift and show you my life, how I live. And it's measly little health insurance, little picky stuff. You're kidding me. The raises that have been going out in the last month to all the other big shots and stuff, it's unfair. It is not fair. And if they gotta fight for it and whatever else, it's hypocrisy. And I just wish these guys need the technology instead of saving little nickel and diming on stupid stuff. The computer work, they need to have more higher technology. Yes, they gotta stick their neck out for a little bit more money, but they need the stuff. Retain these people that are here now. You need to stick some money, invest in them. They're gonna get bored. Oak Creek's gonna want them instead, or they're gonna go somewhere else. They're gonna want something. It's gonna happen. These kids have the education and stuff now to make this place work good, to look out for everybody that lives here, works here, invests in the city, and putting in things that people wanna come for. Look at the lake, how many millions of dollars is spent on stuff like around here. But the fire department, DPW guys, and especially the cops here, make measly dollars for what it is to argue to try to be equal to other departments. These guys, there is nobody like these guys. I trained many of them, and I trust them with my back. So please don't forget, when they come to bargain, don't give them the little small stuff and try to take other stuff away. That they bargained for the last 50 years for compensation, for education incentive, and other things like that got all washed away, and now they got put into their pension and try to make money off of this crap insurance. The health insurance is bad all over the world, the country, whatever. But in order to retain and obtain these people, you need to stick up a little bit more money and invest in them. So good luck, and I really appreciate everyone putting up with me, even you too, Nick. And it's been fun, but you just gotta, toe the line and everybody else help each other out. Nobody else is gonna look out for it, but it's the city of 10,000 people, this is all you got. This is the Army, second, third shift, the only eyes and ears unless somebody else sticks up out here, the citizens and stuff. But look at all the people that come back where your heart remains or whatever. It's true, it will be, it could be, but you gotta have the support. And these are the guys that are out looking out for everybody, and the girls, whatever. But that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Citizens' comments?
None. Consent agenda. Is there any alderperson that would like anything removed?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as listed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Reports of committees, commissions, and boards. None. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the licensing committee meeting held January 18th, 2022.
Mayor, I'll make a recommendation to approve the used car dealer license for St. Francis Auto Records Incorporated, Robert Melton, pending the inspections that went out are brought up to code and approved through the city administrator.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
That is all from the licensing, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Resolutions and ordinances. Resolution of commendation for service of the city of St. Francis conferred on Thomas M. Brewmeyer.
Move to introduce and adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis from M1 Limited Industrial District to M1 Limited Industrial Use District with a special use under State Statute 455-29C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 4051 South Iowa Avenue.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis from R3 Residential Mixed Use District to IU Institutional Use District with special use under State Statute 455-26C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 4225 South Lake Drive.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis. That's the one I just did, knucklehead.
Nope, there's several of
No,
them.
there's multiple.
Okay. It looked exactly the same. From R3 Residential Mixed Use District to IU Institutional Use District with special use under State Statute 455-26C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 3680 South KK Avenue.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis from R3 Residential Mixed Use District to IU Institutional Use District with a special use under State Statute 455-26C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 2600 East Bolivar Avenue.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis from R3 Residential Mixed Use District to R3 Residential Mixed Use District with a special use under State Statute 455-23C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 3257 South Lake Drive.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis from M1 Limited Industrial District to R1 Single Family Residential District under State Statute 455-21C of the City of St. Francis zoning code, 4464 South Whitnall Avenue.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution naming Richard Lucky Lentz for 2022 Citizen of the Year of the City of St. Francis, Wisconsin.
Move to introduce and adopt.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion items with possible action. Temporary structure request, 3907 South Lake Drive, Burt's Bar. Marker, Paul?
This is for the two plastic domes that he has out in front of his business. He had them out there last year during COVID, and he's requesting to be permitted to use them again this year. The building inspector went and inspected and indicated to him that he couldn't have those without a temporary structure permit from the common council.
And other than that, everything's good?
Yes.
No problems?
No.
Do we have to worry about any of the liquor premise with that, or is
It's
it
all
already?
included. It's all
included?
licensed.
Okay.
I'll move to approve the temporary structure request.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards. None. Correspondence with possible action or referral to committees, commissions, and boards. None. Unfinished business. None. Other businesses. None. Department heads. We'll start with you, Chief Poplar.
Thank you. If for those who maybe didn't see it today, we hosted an area hazmat training with Milwaukee Fire Department and several area departments. If you're wondering what that was about, just a regional hazmat training that was put on by Milwaukee. We'll probably be hosting it several more times. It was very good training for them, and again, free of charge from the regional hazmat team. Going through for our firefighter interviews, bringing back 19 out of the 99 for our local interviews next week. So we have interviews 2 days next week. In today's age, the candidate pool is somewhat questionable, and I'm very happy to be bringing back 19 people for just a couple positions. So it's good. Fire inspector, our part-time fire inspector starts February 4th. I think I sent the email out to everybody, but it's going to work out just great for our city. Very excited about that. And our current paramedics continuing to do their Milwaukee County full practice internship. They're riding along with basically every paramedic unit in the city of Milwaukee for ride time to get their county certification to practice within the county. So by the time we're get our new paramedic ambulance, we'll have half of our paramedic staff fully ready to go, to get going on their ride time right in the city of St. Francis. So, and again, that's a reciprocal, free of charge training for them. So everything's going very well. And with that, I pass.
Thanks, Chief. Chief Hunter?
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for the resolution.
It was my pleasure.
I know that Tom wears his heart on his sleeve and his emotions on his sleeve, and he speaks what he says, and he means it, but you can see it in his eyes. This is hard for him, extremely hard. He's been through a lot on this job. He shed blood for this city, so I know it sounded passionate to you guys, and hopefully you weren't offended. With that said, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he truly means well, and he would give you a shirt off his back if you asked him right now. His last day, we told him that he couldn't go out on the road. His last day was a Saturday on the 8th. He told me he was not allowed to go out on the road. So then Friday, he said, well, can I have a ride along? I'm like, can it be my aunt? And usually we don't allow family members simply because if something were to happen in front of that family member, it would be tragic. So I said, I'll allow your aunt, who is his mother's, who's no longer with us, his mother's sister, to ride along for a half a day. And I said, but nothing crazy, Tom. So, and Paul can attest probably to some of the speeds, and so can Mark, that Tom got on 794, but there was a car doing 88 miles an hour on 794, and he got it off of Howard Avenue with his aunt. Ended up getting a short pursuit with the vehicle on his last day. Finally got it stopped at Edgerton, got a gun out of the car and some narcotics as well. So made it his arrest. That was the last call that he had for the day. I mean, that's the way Tom went out. He's not the type to retire on duty. He had 600 traffic citations, 599 to be exact, that he wrote this year. He had over 800 traffic stops this year. So he's a very active person. He's going to be missed.
A lot of revenue to make up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to push some of the younger guys to start going. I know I've had the conversation with Mark, who we're gonna have to start pushing out there to do more. So we also have training. We have active shooter training coming up with Thomas More, April 20th, 2022. The high school reached out to us and we'll be putting on active shooter training with their staff again. And this will be the second time we've done it, but now we're going to incorporate our entire staff into that training with them. And then we'll be attending RTF, Rescue Task Force training with the City of Milwaukee Police Department coming up in the next couple of months. That's still being put together, and that'll be at zero cost to the city. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Chief. Ann?
We do not have a primary in February, so it will not affect our meeting schedule. And just as a gentle reminder, the April elections will all be held at the community center, and with that, I pass.
Thank you. Paul?
Just a real quick update, Hidden Ponds, I received word from the developer's attorney a couple weeks back that she was visiting her daughter in London and anticipated getting back to me when she returned to the country. I assured her that Mark and I were willing to travel if need be to represent the city's best interest, but it
Wasn't
wasn't necessary for this instance.
If it was Hawaii, then yes.
Hawaii, yes. Plus, she said it was rainy and 46, but I think we had 18 and snow at the time, so it still sounded good. And with that, I pass.
Thank you. Mark?
I don't have anything tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Debbie?
I'll pass, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Sarah?
I will also pass, thank you.
Sean pass? No.
No.
Sean? I'm messing with you.
Chief, I actually appreciated Officer Brumeyer's speech. I would never take passion away from somebody who loved their career the way he does. And there were factual statements made there. Act 10 did hurt the police force. Since Act 10, the state has also reduced funding to municipalities, putting the burden on this municipality. And it puts this committee of council members and the bargaining committee in a very tough spot. And we would love to give 5% raises. None of us would be in office more than 4 years. But I don't disagree with what he was saying. I love our officers and what they bring to this community. All of our fire and safety and police. But the bigger battle's above us. When they keep cutting funding and they keep putting tighter legislation, which requires more costs for you as a chief, they're the ones who hurt. So thank him for me, because I likely won't see him, but I was not offended at all, and I love the passion. And with that, I'll pass.
Thank you. Steve?
Nothing this evening, sir?
Thank you. Matt Damon.
I'll pass as well tonight, Mr. Mayor.
And I'm going to end it with just saying this. Every city worker and every first responder has my respect more than they'll ever know. 25's in the military, and you guys are my heroes. So whatever anyone thought about any speech, they are rock solid. I can guarantee you that. And with that, can I get a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.